Suicide Squad is set to hit our screens soon, and brings with it a new interpretation of the Joker, Batman's arch-villain. We don't know much about his role in the film, but we do know that Jared Leto's interpretation looks set to be different to previous ones. Very different. But Leto is the latest in a long line of actors who have taken on the crown prince of crime on screen, and each has had their own take on the character. We look to the Batman TV series in 1966 for our first view of the Joker on screen. This Emmy-nominated show ran from 1966 to 1968 and also spawned a feature film, with Cesar Romero as the Joker. Romero's Joker is hysterical. He's like an excited kid, ambling from scene to scene and cackling dad jokes. Romero brings a sort of devil-may-care attitude to the role. He even refused to shave his moustache for it, opting instead just to have the grease paint laid on top. By the time Tim Burton's Batman rolled around, the Joker's place in comics had changed. After the seminal Death in the Family arc, where Joker killed Jason Todd, the Robin of the 80s comics, and Alan Moore's psychological look at the relationship between Bats and the Joker in The Killing Joke, the Joker was well and truly placed as Batman's dark opposite, a sort of antithesis to the cold rationality of the Bat, and a true arch-villain. Tim Burton obviously recognised the tension between the characters, and his film seeks to intertwine Batman and the Joker's fates by claiming the Joker as the murderer of Bruce's parents.
As a kid, when I killed your parents, I say I made you, you gotta say you made me, and how childish can you get, huh?
How successful this is depends on your interpretation. But crime is a big influence on Nicholson's character. If Cesar Romero is a clown who decided to start robbing, Nicholson's Joker is a mobster with a strict colour scheme and a high face paint bill. He's psychopathic, but closer in temperament to Tony Montana or Al Capone than Pagliacci. Our next big screen Joker is played by Heath Ledger in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. The Joker here skews far more heavily into psychopathy, jamming pencils in eyes and rambling away unstoppably. For Nolan, the Joker's disordered worldview also translates to his plans, which are an anarchistic mess of bombs and destruction. Nicholson's Joker is a businessman at heart, an extortionist with a smile on his face. Ledger's Joker can't accept the order of organised crime, targeting the mob as heavily as Batman and burning his money to show how little it means to him. This interpretation builds on themes working away in the comics since Burton's Batman, like the Joker's portrayal in Arkham Asylum, Serious House on Serious Earth, where Grant Morrison posits the insanity of the character as a high-level response to the chaos of the modern world. Or Brian Azzarello's Joker, a graphic novel released around the same time as the film, which shows an unstable, changeable Joker adapting to a turf war. Before we move on to Leto's Joker, there's one more who's gained prestige in recent years. Mark Hamill, the Joker of Batman the Animated Series, Mask of the Phantasm, and Rocksteady's Arkham Asylum. Hamill's Joker is sometimes constrained by the PG practicalities of his appearances, but in my opinion he's one of the best. For Hamill, the Joker is more of a clown, like Romero's, but absolutely deadly, like Ledger's. When Hamill's Joker has a plan to entrap or destroy the Bat, it's really just a joke, a twisted one, from his point of view.
There's plenty wrong with me.
Leto's Joker is an unknown quantity. We can see shades of Nicholson's mobster in his flashy clothes and fast cars, facets of Ledger in his violence and instability, shadows of Hamill in his humour. It's possible he'll be none of the above, that he'll be the Cloud Cuckoo-Lander murderer of Under the Hood, or the cold strategist of the Black Glove comics. Either way, Leto's performance is sure to add to a long and fine tradition of portraying the darkest side of the Batman mythos.